Hello and welcome back to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Beach, where we do reviews on movie, TV, life, books, all that good stuff. You guys, we're back for part two of the Met Gala review. So come on back. Hello and welcome back to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movie, TV, books, life, all that good stuff. A safe place where we can talk together. I learn from you, you learn from me, we learn together. You can't beat that. Again, hello everyone. Welcome back to part two of my Met Gala review. It was so much stuff to see. You guys, I couldn't get it all at once, but we're gonna work on it. Like I said in my previous review, the fashions this year were just a mess. But we gonna there's some I didn't get to talk about yesterday. So let's get to it. Okay. I want to say again, happy birthday to all the Mayflowers. May, this month is your birthday. I hope you have a happy and safe birthday. Hello to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. You know, I cannot do this without you. Thanks to all my subscribers. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. It means so much to me. All right. Now that we've gotten the niceties out of the way, let's get to it. And first, okay, let me start here. So yesterday I did the first half of my review of the Met Gala 2026. As you know, I'm not very happy. The fashions this year they were horrible when they could have been absolutely awesome, but they were horrible. They were horrible. I mean, you had one or two sprinkled here or there that was really cute, that was really nice, but for the most part, the Met Gala fashions this year were absolutely hideous. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. They really were. And especially for a theme like the theme, if I'm not mistaken, is fashion is art. That should have just, oh my gosh, they should have come out of the woodwork with the fashions. They really should have. It should have been just as breathtaking as it was last year, because last year it was absolutely breathtaking. It really was. And this year could have been the same thing, but it was horrible, you guys. I hate to keep saying it, but it really was. It was horrible. So we're going to get to our review for the second half of Met Gala review. And we are going to be starting with. Now let me explain this. These are in no order. These are just my opinions on these outfits. And I'm sorry if this review seems to be very negative, but as I said at the beginning, the fashions this year was horrible. And I'm one of them persons that I call myself a fat fashion girly, honey. Yes, ma'am. And if you know me, you know I can put on my clothes. I don't play when it comes to putting on clothes. I don't mess around. Thank you. When it's time to put on some clothes and be seen, hunty. Yes, me. Yes, God. Okay. Yes, God. I put on my clothes, honey. I don't play about that. That's one thing. I might not be the best looking, but I will definitely be the best dressed. Absolutely. Yes, I will. So let's get started. So the first on my list today is Lena Dunham, Met Gala 2026. You know, we had the problem yesterday, but looks like we're going to be cooperating today. Thank goodness. And as I said, first on my list tonight is Miss Lena Dunham. And Lord have mercy. I just want you guys, I just want you to see it before I say it, because I'm definitely going to say it. This is the reference to her dress, A Bloody Good Mess. And I'm supposing that that is the creator or whatever of this garment. Now, if you ask me, she was a big old red feather mess. She looked like a giant baby red bird. Girl, that was not given. I am so sorry, but that was not given, honey. You look ridiculous. And then you in the big girl tribe too. You don't need all them feathers and shit around your neck. They see you. We big. We don't have to do all that. We cannot be missed when we go in the room. Cause we are look, we already taking up extra space. Honey, you didn't need all them feathers and flowers and what are sparkles and all that. She looked like a big old giant red baby bird. That's just what she looked like. That was not cute in any way. If she had to remove the feathers from around the neck and remove them feathers all down the side of it, she didn't need all them feathers on there. That wasn't necessary. That was just too much. If they had made her sleek, maybe if she wanted some feathers, they'd be down on the end somewhere on the back on the train, but all up here around her neck and along down the side, no, that was horrible. That was horrible. And they didn't fix her hair. Her makeup was horrible. She looked a hot mess. And had the nerve to think that she was given. No, ma'am, you was not given. You was given dead baby bird. That's what you was given. Dead baby red bird. That's it. 'Cause that was lame as it could be. Sorry, Miss Dunham. Okay, let's see. Next we have on our list Tayana Taylor, Met Gala 2026. You, I cannot believe that Tayana Taylor came out with this on and thought she was serving. I know she did. This was another hot mess, y'all. And Tayana Taylor never, never misses. I cannot believe that she came out with this on. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe Tayana Taylor showed up looking like the abominable snowman. WTH. What does she have on? I cannot believe Tayana Taylor came out with that on. That is not cute. She looked just like the abominable snowman, y'all. That is not cute. That is not cute, Tayana Taylor. And like I said, Tayana usually she does not miss. That girl be sharp. Whoever her stylist is, they be having that girl sharp. She be dressed. But this time, I am sorry, they missed. And Tayana Taylor, as I said, is always one of my favorites. And she always brings the fashion. Her, Cardi B, they brings the fashion. Okay? They bring it. But this year, they have totally and completely missed both her and Cardi B. And I think we talked about Cardi B yesterday. So I just don't know. I just don't know. Next we have Show Me Lana Mafoof Met Gala 2026. Show Me Lana Mafoof Met Gala 2026. I don't want to know about that video. See, here we go with that. Again. Show Me Lana Mafoof Met Gala 2026. That's not her. Okay, so um Lana, we'll skip her. Let's see if it'll let me. Here we go. We'll go down to Heidi Klum because she's on my list too. This is the best for me that Heidi Klum has ever looked like anything with her pie face ass. I cannot stand Heidi Klum. I cannot stand her. And for her to come out all covered up like this was the best look that I've ever seen her do. I don't care for Heidi Klum, never have. She don't never look like nothing. She's just another pull behind ass white woman. That's all she is. She ain't never looked like nothing. I can't. This is ugly. I don't care what it's supposed to represent. It was too much and too far. So there we go on her. I cannot stand Heidi Klum. She ugh. But if she looks nice, I would say it because a lot of these people that in the Met Gala I don't care for. But if they look nice, they just look nice, and that's all it is to it. Regardless to my preference, whether I like that person or not. Again, if they look good, they look good. But Heidi Klum don't never look like nothing. Never. Typical plain. I can't think of the lady's name that I was trying to pull up, but she wore a dress or a piece of dress that had, it was a skirt with hands over her boobs, and she was pole as a snake. Some little white girl, and it looked absolutely disgusting. She was so skinny and poor, it did nothing for the outfit. It would be different if she had some juiciness and some body and something for the hands to hold on to. Then it might have said what it was supposed to say. But what we saw was these two bony hands on this bony little body. It was not giving art to me. It was giving starvation and somebody feed me. I did not care for that look at all. I was like, girl, if you don't, that was so gross. Go put some clothes on. And then she had this fabric, the skirt was hanging off them old bony hips. Oh, Lord, it was horrible. I did not care for it. And then she didn't have no breast. It was just gross to me. So next we're going to go to Show Me Bad Bunny Met Gala 2026. That's probably why, because I'm saying show me. But see here, it worked, so we're not going to complain. Okay, we're happy. It's working. So, Bad Bunny came out and he was dressed, this came out of his mouth, as a 50-year-old man. What 50? Well, hey, I forgot about something. We're talking about a different group of people because the 50-year-old men that I know don't look like that. They don't look that old. That is not what a 50-year-old man looks like. I don't know who told Bad Bunny that, but that is not what a 50-year-old man looks like, okay? Maybe where you come from they do, but that, sir, is not a 50. That might be a 70, 80-year-old man, but that's not a 50-year-old man, okay? Well, let me say not in my community, maybe in yours. But we're going to give Bad Bunny some applause for creativity. Yeah, because we didn't know who he was, and it was different. Uh, but yeah, it was very interesting. We weren't expecting this from anyone. You know, let alone Bad Bunny, whom I just learned of during the Super Bowl. I didn't even know who this child was till then. And I guess Bad Bunny been out here for a minute. But this is what he represented for Fashion is Art, Art is Fashion, Met Gala 2026. Bad Bunny. Gotta give it to him. Interesting. And he was dressed nice. He was dressed appropriately as an elderly man, a fashionable elderly man. You got to give him props. It wasn't ugly. It wasn't disrespectful. It was unexpected, but he did a very good job, a very good representation of an elderly man, though the numbers were off a little, but he did a good job in his representation of an elderly man, fashionable elderly man. So again, kudos to you, Bad Bunny. Next, we have, I think our last person is Paris Hilton, Met Gala 2026. Paris Hilton, Met Gala 2026. I guess they're not going to show it. Anyway, let me try it again. Paris Hilton, Met Gala 2026. Okay, they're not going to show her. Okay, I was surprised to see Miss Paris Hilton. And she looked fabulous. She looked fabulous. That's Katy Perry, who was very boring. I'm so tired of her. Uh, there's my Banny Rooster, Sam Smith. No, he looks horrible. Unclean chitlins. And what surprised me is that those were pants. I don't know who this young lady is, but her outfit fit her well. Nothing shocking, nothing major about it. But yeah. As I was saying, um, I guess they're not going to show Paris Hilton. This is what I'm sick of. I'm so tired of these men looking like and dressing like women, but I was so pleasantly surprised to see that a majority of the men look like men. It was nice to see the men look like men. It really was. I'm so tired of them with this anybody can wear anything. No, no, that's not true. Men look like men, women look like women. That's just all it is to it, you know. And I just, and not because I have a problem with anything, but come on, we need to stop it with the blurring the lines thing because the lines are not blurred that like that. So now, whatever your proclivities are, that's you. Doja Cat looked nice to me. I hate that I missed her in my list. There were so many, so many, so many. They were talking about how good Gabrielle Union looked. Gabrielle Union didn't look all that good, and that hair, that with that big old plate ring thing on the back, that was not cute. It was too big. And then she had on a brown colored dress that almost look made her look like she was nude, and that hair was no. She didn't look bad. Let's not misunderstand it. She did not look bad. She just it didn't give like they were saying. Oh, she just looked so she looked good, but she didn't look a mess. She didn't look a mess. But usually Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade do pretty good, on the red carpet. But this time it was not a wild moment, but she looked nice. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? She didn't look bad, but she wasn't great like she usually is. She looked nice. You know, again, the fashions were far and few between. It was really kind of hard to find somebody that looked halfway decent. Most of them really just looked a hot mess. They really did. And I hate to say that, but they really, really did. And I tried very hard um, not to be negative about everyone, but it was hard because ugh, they just they did not bring it like they usually do. And again, as I said earlier, fashion art is fashion. The Met Gala should have been off of the hinges. It should have been off of the hinges. But it wasn't. It really wasn't. Even naked behind Kim Kardashian, she even toned it down. And yes, I know I didn't mention her because I don't mention her on purpose. I am not interested in anything that the Kardashians are doing. but I had to in that case because even she was toned down. Yes. And she's normally, every time you see her, she's taking credit for something somebody black done did. She's always got her butt out. She's laying up with this and laying up with that, and they glorify that. And I'm not interested in nothing that them Kardashians are doing because they are ruining our black men. So I don't care nothing about Kim Kardashian. And her ugly old mammy neither. So I'm not impressed with none of that. None of that. But even she was downplayed this year. So there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the close of part 2 of my Met Gala review. And I want to thank you for joining me here on gskptv. This has been an absolute joy for me. I didn't do too good on my little Met Gala thing either, so while I'm talking about everybody else. But anyway, I thank you for joining me. Thank you to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. As I always say, wear your mask, wash your hands. You know, we still have to watch out for each other. We got a lot to do this summer, lots and lots to do, and we need to be able to do it safely and be healthy. Okay? And like I always say, guys, I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.